difficult things that we have is in our walk as Christians is in this area of the shepherd abiding with us. Scriptures talk about his abiding with us in every place that we go. Probably most of us, don't have a problem with accepting that when it comes to hearing it in the Scripture, but when it gets right down to the nitty-gritty of every day, is he really right there? Are we constantly in his presence? Is this something that we can expect as his children, that he's always there? After all, God is very busy, isn't he? And I think a lot of people struggle with the idea of the presence of God in their life. And considering the topic that we've been covering here, just the shepherd and his sheep, and particularly in light of finding ourselves in situations where we find ourselves alone, it many times is difficult for me to come to grips with the reality that he's actually right there with me. I can't see him. I can't always feel him, or rarely feel him in terms of feelings, whatever. So how do we know he's really there? His promises are clear. His word is clear. I think the disciples, when you read through the New Testament, really struggled with this concept of, Jesus promising to always be with them, but then he departed and he went to the cross, went through the resurrection. He met them, but then he left them, and he had promised, I'll never leave you or forsake you. And so when he bodily disappeared, it obviously just put their understanding of God's presence in their life into a real confusing state, at least at the beginning. As they walked with the Lord, they began to understand what Jesus really meant when he said, it's a good thing that I leave, because I'll send the Comforter, or the teacher, to you. And this is something that's very hard for any one of us. Nobody has this mastered where we're just in constant awareness of his presence. But the fact that we tend to judge things based on what we see and feel, and that's obviously not a very accurate way to judge the things of God. Scriptures are pretty clear about that. We suffer from going to the refrigerator, and we're looking in the door, and we can't see the milk, and we yell across the house, honey, there's no milk. I thought we were going to get milk. And oh honey, it's there. Oh, there's no milk. Or the other day I was looking in the junk drawer. Everybody has a junk drawer in their kitchen, and I was trying to find a battery, and there's no batteries here. I don't see any batteries. And Kathy says, oh, they're there. I'm looking through this drawer, and I just didn't see it. I shut the drawer, and I was a little bit, frustrated, and I didn't see the battery. She found it. It was right there. It wasn't hidden in another drawer or anything. You've all who have messed around with tools for any amount of time, you go to the toolbox and you look in there and you can't find the screwdriver you want, and you leave and you come back and there it is. It's a miracle. There it is. Yeah, of course, it's been there the whole time. And so based upon that incredible ability to perceive reality, we proceed to judge the presence of God in our life. And no doubt that's way short. Shortens our ability to really know that he's there. I say all that because I think many people really struggle with this concept of God talking to them and sharing with them. People laugh about that. Heard a lady a few weeks ago talking about how God talks to her, and even I, who believe very firmly that the Lord speaks to us and directs us, not so much in an audible voice like, hey Lorne, where are you, that kind of thing, but more within the heart and through his word and through your prayer time and his speaking to your spirit. But you tend to kind of have this hesitation at times that he's really present, particularly when you are really struggling, or you've made a mistake, or somebody's hurt you, and you're all confused in the emotional places that we find ourselves in during those times. So how does this play out in our relationship with the Lord? I don't always sense Him near me. I don't always feel anything, but there are many times where I've had God directly intervene in my life and do specific things that no one but God would know to do.